Oh, it's the waypoints, of course. Hang on. There we go. Right, I need to fix the signaling. Oh, Leaper, thank you for almost 3 years. XQ, 10 months. Okay, that should do that. So we should be able to replace that train with something a bit more substantive. Okay, not gonna lie, that's a bit brightly coloured. Gay glow pink. Get rid of all this track now.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
We'll leave that little bypass in. Okay, these guys, the Shanghai Crude Gang, making good profit. I think they're 120 meter trains. Mikey Farr, thank you for 25, sir. I don't know if that extra speed's going to help them. The RA2 does 100 Ks. It's like a passenger commuter train. Okay, that definitely needs upgrading. Shanghai to Kraspax trains and it's still a steam. What the heck? Oh my god. How did that happen? No electric path. Is that it? Is that one piece of electric missing? I kind of want to keep the passenger ones as fast electric, you know? "45-year-old feels bad fuel." I'm tempted to leave him as a steam train. Oh my god, the distance he has to go. Goes from the Shanghai branch here, takes fuel to Fieldsbed. Interesting. It's good money, isn't it? You've upgraded oil 2 but not oil 1. So it seems. Well, this needs to have the fast diesel on it, I think. Interesting. Oh my god, look at that. The plastic planes are on 12 million profit. They're the planes that manages to move, what is it they move? They move plastic to one place and then bring goods on the way back. These stone trains ain't doing so well. Maybe there's too many of them now. Because I just upgraded them. Maybe there shouldn't be 2 on this line. Because they're just breaking even. Yeah. We'll try it with 2. This has just been set up. The weird thing about ships is this. If we was to look at this now and go, oh my god, why are our ships losing 600 grand? It's because you might go 1 or 2 years where they lose money because they're moving goods, and then on the 3rd year, they bring in so much money that they completely pay for themselves. But if you look at the finances in any of these years in between, you'll think it's not a profitable line, but it actually is. It's just a quirk of ships. DMC, how you doing, sir? There's a lot of iron ore building up here. There's not really enough iron ore getting in there, I don't think. I wonder if we can put in... I mean, we could try upgrading them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's a long platform. Maybe just upgrade it and put longer cars on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 240 meters. I think we'll do that. Hang on, let's see if it gets emptied. No, it's not. It's not getting emptied. We need to move more of it. Trouble is, I need to wait for its return journey, because if we upgrade it now, it'll throw away 108 units of ore. And then it'll go there empty and come back empty. So we need to wait till they're on the return journey. 800 stored coal. Yeah, because it's just not getting through it, look. Because it's starved of iron ore. That's why we're going to put, like, more powerful... Because the other thing is, on this line, if you look at the elevation changes, so what we need is the high tractive effort train, a high tractive effort logo with more cars on it. And then that will make it so that it's moving a lot more ore into this factory. But we'll just give it a sec. Right, so now it's unloaded. The diesel one, this is the high tractive effort one. And then we want the iron ore, this one. We'll go for 10 cars and see how we get on. The transport bar is how much stuff you're moving, Geary. Okay, let's see what happens. $326 waiting. Now I have a capacity of 200, so this should really help to move it. So if you look at this, we're not moving all of it, Giddy, so we're only moving 82% of what this thing's producing, so that should start to go up as we, as this new train kicks in. It's that hill climb. Is there a link to this game, to Games Planet for this game, Casey? Yeah, run !TF2. Just run the command TF2. Yeah, he's just run out. So he just about fits in that block there. If that train didn't fit in that block, then if a train was trying to come out and go past it, they'd get stuck. Have you thought about running 2 locos? We could do, Timmy boy. I don't think it'll be a problem, though. All that will do is it'll get us a higher speed because they'll get up to speed quicker. But you've got twice the loco running costs, which are not insubstantial on this train. On the DF5, if I remember, the DF5 running cost is $729. So every year you're going to be looking at 1.5 million just for the locos, and then you've got to add 10 of these wagons on top, so that's another 3 million. It's 4.5 million just an expense a year. So you better be making money. Looks like that's going to turn us a little profit there. So if we add another loco, I don't know, that'll probably just be up here. Anyway, hopefully this factory's in a much better state now. And this is the factory that essentially makes the planes super profitable, because the goods, the steel that's produced here goes down to the factory here. And then this factory ships the goods via the airport, via this thing. And that makes the finance of the planes amazing. So this will probably be starved more of plastic again. The way it gets plastic is via plane. So if it runs shy on plastic, which I think it is doing, we need to have more of these guys coming in. We've already got 3 of them. Can we run 4? I think we can. It's getting cold and sleety here. I was driving back last night on the M25 and the rain was absolutely full on. It was really belting it down rain, and it had been doing it for a while, and there was so much surface water on the M25. They kept putting signs up saying slow down, and most cars, I was doing 65, most cars were doing like 60, 65, number of guys going past doing 70, 75. And there was like one car that went past me as a sign came up saying, warning, surface water. And I backed off from 65 to 60, and you could feel the car like, you know, as it was going through the surface water. And this is on the M25. This car was in the fast lane doing about 75, and he hit this water, and the spray came off it, and you could see him struggle with the car, and then he just hit the brakes and backed off. I was like, yeah, bro, there's a lot of surface water here right now. There was one point where I went through so much surface water that it actually slowed the car down so much that the cruise control disengaged. I was like, blimey. So yeah, it was binning it down last night for a long time. Well, I wasn't hydroplaning, it was just the friction. Hydroplaning's a different thing. I have good tyres with a lot of tread depth. It wasn't really hydroplaning, it was the friction of the water on the wheels. It was just sheer amount of friction. Do you know about the snow on the M62 near 22? Nope. No, it doesn't have adaptive cruise control. Well, Spitfire, the drainage on the M25 is good, but it was just raining so hard for so long that the water just in places didn't go. Showing plastic again. So this factory's got a lot more potential. If we can get a lot more plastic here. We're moving just about everything that it's got. Pyongyang feels bad goods. Is that the goods plane that we've got? $4.5 million profit. I think we can double down on that one. No, aquaplaning is when you... Aquaplaning generally happens on tyres with not much tread, and you go through so much water that the grooves in the tyres can't get rid of the water. So what happens is your tyre basically floats on a surface of water, and you lose the ability to steer. You're basically floating on water at that point like a hovercraft. That's aquaplaning. So yeah, you turn the wheel and literally nothing happens. But if you've got good tyres with good tread depth, generally doesn't happen. But there is a certain speed when it happens. Yeah, Jimbo, M140i. Yeah, happy, Carl, exactly. Like on the M25 as well, like I was being cautious because when it does go through a dip, that's when you get more water. Yes, Timmy boy. Yeah, it was made in January or February, I think. You had the first Transport Fever. Would you recommend the new one? If you enjoyed the first one, you'll probably enjoy the fixes in the second one. It's like an incremental improvement of the game. Why not Tesla? For me personally, I don't think electric cars are where I want them to be yet. I have no doubt in the future I'll end up with an electric car. I think we all will, but it's not for me yet. OpenTTD is better. OpenTTD is better in some respects. I mean, you can't say that OpenTTD is visually better than this game. Like, hands down, this game kicks OpenTTD into touch. The logistics depth of OpenTTD is better. And even like the station management in this is fantastic, but it's not as deep as OpenTTD. But I mean, you don't get the 3D sense in OpenTTD that you get in this game. I mean, you know, when you start seeing skyscrapers like that, you can't help but be impressed. That's so cool. I mean, look at that. Feels bad is going crazy. We need batteries and more capacity. It's not just that though, is it, Pancake? It's not just that, mate. Like, higher density batteries would give you more range. Is that just the problem though? I mean, batteries are quite heavy as well. If you had a battery that can store more energy, chances are it's going to be heavier. It's going to be denser. And then a car that's heavier and denser is not going to handle as well, so... And then you've got the whole charging side of things. The idea of travelling a couple of 100 miles and then having to wait 1 or 2 hours to charge your batteries up. If you're a sales rep on the road, that's not going to work for you. If you make loads of short journeys, and the places you're going to have always got static charging points, electric's perfect. Like if you go from here to work and you've got a charging point here, charging points at work, brilliant. I mean, if you look at countries like Norway, they invest in massively in electric infrastructure. So they've got these, you know, car parks that are just wall-to-wall charging points. So you go there, you park up, plug the car in, go shopping. Brilliant. But you need that infrastructure. Like, you don't want to be going down the motorway and panicking because your battery's low and you're thinking, where the heck can I charge this thing? Like, you don't want that. Feels bad has hit 1,001 resident. Dragon Hero, how you doing? That's crazy. That is actually crazy. 1,001. They've got a double tram loop going on. 1695. 3,500 passengers being moved by public transport. It's pretty cool, man. "60 journeys are going from Shanghai to Feelsbad via road, and they're all private because I don't have any road transport doing that." A very high level of private traffic going this way. Look. Even so, that's still quite a lot. It's still quite high. And no, it's more expensive to charge your electric car than to fill your diesel. That'll change over time. That's what I'm saying, though. It's still early days for electric, yeah. It's still not reached mainstream, really. Going this way, there is a lot, because I don't have anything to take people to Kuala Lumpur. But in order for this city to grow, I would need to bring in conmat and goods. Now, funnily enough, conmat is a solvable problem, because we actually have conmat ships that are running here. Potentially, we can have conmat ships running here. The really question, though, is can this factory cope with it? And I think the answer is yes. See? Because there's a lot of potential for it to ship more here. So I reckon 3 conmat ships set up there would help this to grow quite a bit. And then we can bring the passengers down that way. Actually, let me check the, what's the fast train doing? Alright, financially it's working. 1 train on that line is working. 34 passengers, yeah, that works. 1 train works, 2 doesn't. In the Netherlands, we're already nearing our max cap for electrical network. It can't handle more without the network being upgraded. I think that's true of a lot of places. Like, that's why the UK is invested in wind farms. Like, there's lots of wind farms being made. So, yeah, you've got to do that. I think the Netherlands could do the same. Could just have offshore wind farming. You pay about 14 pence per kilowatt hour in the UK domestically, plus a daily rent. Yeah, well, it depends what plan you're on. Where do the combats need to go? Okay, that's here. That's not bad, actually. We can probably put, like, port out here and then just truck them in. Or maybe a port out here, actually. Let's put it out here. Cargo harbour, large, 2 terminals. Do that. I'll take the hit now on demolishing buildings.
Natter.
I'll consider that an investment. So then we want Conmat to come in here somewhere, and we need to have a truck stop. So I think here would do nicely, right there. Koala, Conmat, trucks. Nope. Construction not possible. Makes no sense to me, but whatever. It's annoying the way that works, actually. Like that one-way system, you can't set up until you put it down. You can't put it down with a one-way system when you're building it. Tram track, platforms left, platforms right, length. You can't say one way in, one way out. So you have to build it, then you have to demolish the road, then you have to put a one-way back. Like, why? Why did you have to do that? Right. From there to there. Road depot. Cool. Koala, Conmat. Ships. What do we use for this? They were an Axle P. Large cargo can take construction materials. The Merlin, the Axle P has 220. 252 on that one. We'll do the Merlin. Let's maybe get do 2. We'll do 2 on the line. And we'll change it so that waits till full.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
I think we may need to configure more loading points on this thing. Come on. Pedestrian access, landing. Right. Conmat. Cool. So now I've got one landing for the stone, one landing for the Konmatsu look now, and one landing for stuff to what's this one called? Quella. Okay, so that should help that to start growing. Residents are here, so a train station on this side makes a lot of sense. We need to get past this hill. So if we have a train station, maybe out of town just here, and then we can bring people to the station. And then, are we ever going to need that, I wonder? The only problem in getting to here, we do have spare track, I think. Yeah, we do have spare track lines. The only problem is the passenger. That is the only... I don't think we have any. Yeah, we're actually using both sides of that. Using both sides of that thing. Meh. If this could be made... I think if we swap them over, if we bring that one to here, this side, maybe that track there, use that track to go inside that way, that would work. And then we'll have to cross that track though, so that we can go that way. It's fiddly, but it's doable.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
The only problem is we're going to have to put passenger platforms in. Is the app going to be on for 5 hours? So working out some stuff with my card at the moment. It's going to close tonight, about 10 o'clock. Fire by trial, thank you for 40 months. Yeah, listen guys, if you've not got your application in for the convoy, it closes tonight, 10 o'clock, so please get your applications in. I don't want you to miss out. The country roads of the game have a higher speed limit. No, the country roads have a rubbish speed limit. You need to basically build... If you hover over each street, it says to you, look, speed limit 30k, speed limit 50k's, 60k's. And that's like the fastest I have at the moment. Oh no, I have 100k down here. A large country road. 100k limit. I don't believe it's on Xbox or Switch though. Yes, Adam. It is sub-only convoy, mate. Fireball trial, thank you for 40. MTA. In the US, nobody wants nuclear or coal. But in New York, where I live, they don't want to expand natural gas. Modernising the power grid will be a slow process. Thing is, MTA, correct me if I'm wrong, but in Nevada, you have almost endless amounts of sunshine. Why not just go solar? Why not just put massive solar arrays up? And then there's places in the country where it's windy all the time. Put up some wind turbines. You've got loads of free energy. You just have to put it in the right place. Let's get these trains out of here. So if we get rid of... I tell you what, look how laggy it is when the station's this big. It's so laggy. Click. Click.
Happy anniversary.
Posh roof.
Natter.
God, that's so bad. Okay, so this needs to be moved over a one. Should have had... What we'll do, we'll nick that line.
Happy anniversary. Natter.
Oh man, they're coming into the same place now. Yeah, that was a mistake. They should go into the next one. Meh. There we go. Sorted. Okay, right, train. Passenger terminus.
Happy anniversary.
I'm going to assume we'll probably need to train goods in at some point. Right, high speed track. I don't like this massive road being so close to the beach. Just, it feels bad. $1.3 million investment in a tunnel. Just makes it go a bit weird here for some reason. Cooler install has been delayed. Why? The condition of ship 1 is very poor. You can't prioritize signals in this game, can you? Can't say this track has priority. It could slow down that passenger train big time. Whoa, upgraded signal hype. Look at that. Well, the trouble is if we do an overpass. If we do an overpass, it means one of the trains has got to elevate. So either we elevate the passenger train, which slows down the passenger train, or we elevate the cargo train, which slows down the cargo train. Well, you can tunnel. It's no different to going over. You still got to rise and fall the same distance. The fact that you do it on a bridge or in a tunnel makes no difference. Okay, right, now we can go with, what's this going? Feels bad to Kuala Lumpur. Lovely. Hopefully that train will remove the need for some of these journeys that people are making. 116. It's a lot. Oh, look at that. It feels bad in the distance. How cool does that look? I'll be doing something like trucking. Yep, I'll be switching over in a few minutes. I'll be taking a break, grabbing some food, getting the equipment out, doing the usual Sunday night shenanigans. That's not going to do very much unless we actually bring in passengers to the station. I'll just use buses for now. I can't be bothered laying all the tram track. Besides, we can get the Volvo 5000 out, or the Maz. Let's get the Volvo out. As if there's traffic lights and they're actually indicating and the traffic stopping. Look at that. That's crazy. So at some point they'll start getting construction materials, but not for a while because these ships take a long time to get there. Is that one? Oh, he's got stuff. He's just waiting to fill up. Yeah, he's on his way out. He's got con mat. Nice. Alright, we'll carry on playing this while I eat some food. I'll just turn the camera off. And then I'll have to take a break while I configure things. Get equipment out, that kind of stuff. How big can the maps go? When you construct the map, it says, do you want small, medium, large? And then you choose the shape of it. This is a large map in a rectangular configuration. So if you go for a square configuration, it'll just be a different shape, but I think it has the same number of tiles. They're pretty big. They're big enough. Hopefully we'll get some passengers at the station soon. Those Volvo buses, what are they? Let's take a ride in a bus. And find one. There's one. There we go. Volvo bus hype. Yeah, Langeveld. In Transport Fever 1, Langeveld I played on a UK map. It had UK and Ireland in it. It was fun. It was difficult, but it was fun. Look at that guy's hat. That is not from 2007. How's dinner? Not bad. I saw the bus sideswipe a car then. That was all caught on camera. Well, technically speaking, Moorcroft, there should be Asian people because we're in Asia, but I guess they couldn't bother to develop character models for the Asians. Oh, I can see the station getting busy, look. Look at all the people. If I cross over here, I'll go all the way around. Oh, as if they're waiting. Rip. Well, rip. That actually broke the connection. That broke the connection between the two. That was annoying. I think the paint tools suck. You should be able to just make this look like it's all one, just like pave the whole thing. I think we'll soon be at a point where we need more than one train. I reckon he'll get like 30 or 40 this time. Wow, that's a very small amount of income. Wow, nearly 60. That's cool. Yeah, when we played on that UK island map, I don't know if you remember, I think in the end we ended up with a bullet train going from Ireland, and it came in through Liverpool via a gigantic tunnel. And I think it went down to Birmingham, if I remember. That looks epic. That really does look good. They've even managed to put atmospheric scattering in so it looks like it's in the distance. You can see the airport terminal. Rip. That's what I didn't want. I may have to slightly elevate the passenger train and then tunnel underneath with the cargo. Thank you for half a year, Roland. I think 2 months, Rave Wolf. Right. we've got that working. We need to save that. And I need to take an intermission. Take a bathroom break, get the steering wheel out. Probably looking at 5 to 10 minutes, so I'm going to be slightly late starting Sunday Night Trucking, I think. So now's a good time to go and grab your snacks, and I'll be back as soon as I can.